I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a request for Albin, who sent in requests via PayPal. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if anyone ever wants to request pretty much any type of video or movie topic, review, whatever, you can send it directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. But the review for today is Police Story. Jackie Chan film from 1985. Now, pretty much this was made because Jackie Chan had gone to America in the 80s and he wasn't really happy with his experience. He got bit parts in Cannonball Run 1 and 2. He was in this film called Battle Creek Brawl, also known as The Big Brawl, which I don't think is that bad of a movie, but I know Jackie Chan didn't have a good time making it. And then there was one he did called The Protector, which he really hated making it. He was not a fan of the director, James Glickenhaus. I'm not really a fan of that movie either. I mean, the Hong Kong version that Jackie Chan edited, filmed some scenes for, it's a bit better, but definitely one of his weaker films. And granted, in retrospect, it's interesting to see Jackie Chan in that type of movie. Try to be the tough, no-nonsense, dirty Harry type. But it just made you go, Jackie Chan, I think he even said in an interview long ago, that's just not me. It doesn't work in China, doesn't work in America. Maybe nowadays, although I was not a fan of The Foreigner. I'm sorry, I wasn't. Because honestly, Jackie Chan wasn't really the star of that movie. It felt more like Pierce Brosnan's movie, honestly. Like The Foreigner was a supporting character in his own movie. That's what it felt like to me. Just me. But Jackie Chan went, fuck it, I want to do my version of a cop movie. Thus do Police Story. And you know how good your film is when so many films reference this or ripped it off or however you want to put it. You have the big shanty town where the cars are crashing through the entire shanty town. I guarantee that when Bad Boys 2 was made, the scene in this, at the beginning of the film, was an inspiration for that scene in Bad Boys 2, where they're driving through that shanty town. The scene when Jackie Chan is standing in the road and the vehicle is coming towards him. I think it's a double-decker bus. Remember Tango and Cash at the beginning when Stallone was shooting at it and people crashed through the semi-truck? While here Jackie Chan aims and then he fires in the air, stops and people crash through the window. So Tango, I know Stallone has been a fan of Jackie Chan for a long time. That's definitely a reference to the Jackie Chan's Police Story. Later on, when Jackie Chan is on a motorcycle and hits a guy, they crash through window after window. That was definitely replicated in a underrated film called Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee. So like I said, you know this just said one of the best action movies do with a policeman, a cop. It's definitely one of Jackie Chan's best films. And the story, to be perfectly honest, when you look at the police story movies, the story is kind of the lesser part of those movies, in my opinion. You're really going into it for the action and the stunts and the spectacle. In this instance, it works fairly well. I mean, the story, there's this bad guy that they want. They do this undercover sting at the beginning to this crime lord. Driving through the shanty town. Big spectacle, well done stuff, dangerous stuff. Jackie Chan hangs onto a bus with an umbrella. Did very dangerous stunt work. Commend Jackie for that. Later on, he's attacked by bad guys. There's this one vehicle, and he's avoiding the... He's almost hit by the cars, and he's avoiding the baseball bats. The finale, holy shit, the finale. In the mall, so much fucking glass flies everywhere. You feel the pain. You know, you feel the heat. Like, you can feel the pain in this. Just everyone crashing through fucking window and glass after glass after glass. I'm surprised. I'm sure everyone had fucking pieces of glass sticking out of their ass for weeks. Each time they did it in the shower, another piece of glass falls out of their ass. Or, you know, slammed into escalators or pushed off balconies, or just excellent, fast martial arts choreography, flying through glass. There's the part where Jackie gets punched and right into the glass. That was really cool, the way that shot came about. And Jackie Chan doing well as a director. Doing very well as a director. And a choreography for, of course, stuntman. The fight scenes. When it got into the fight scenes at the end, in a weird way, it reminded me, I know it sounds stupid, like a little bit more acrobatic version of Bruce Lee's The Big Boss. I know that sounds stupid, but just him just kicking ass, taking names, but he does get his hits and punches in. He's bloodied up, he's bruised up, makes you root for him more. He'll take bad guys, slam them chest first in the glass, or tits a guy off a motorcycle, or he gets on a motorcycle, drives a guy through the glass, slides down that pole of electrical lights, frying his ass. Just insane, dangerous stunt work. Whether it be pushed off, falling off the balcony, or the whole sliding down with all those lights breaking, and just fucking insane, man. Insane. I mean, even if you don't like the film, that finale's worth the price of the ticket itself. But there's still, you know, fairly good action scenes before that. Did I really care about his love life? No. Did all the jokes work? No. There's a part where he steps in, I think it's cow shit, and he's doing like the moonwalk to get it off. I know this is superficial, but I don't like the fact that Jackie Chan's English dub isn't Jackie Chan. I know back then someone else did it, but then the reason you got Jackie doing the dub in films like Rumble in the Bronx and Super Cop is because places like Dimension or New Line Cinema, they paid the money to get them out to the U.S. because Rumble in the Bronx was a hit. Oh, let's capitalize that. So, you know, Dimension or other places, let's get this movie. Let's edit it down a little bit. They add in some music or soundtrack, and Jackie, you dub the film. And honestly, I like a lot of those American edits. I really do. Like Operation Condor. I have seen the longer cut. The one part of the longer cut I liked was the bit in the wind tunnel was extended. I wish that was in the theatrical cut, but I just see why a lot of it was cut out. And I know, oh, well, there's a Blu-ray, but I don't like that. If there's a dub of a Jackie Chan movie, I want Jackie Chan to do the voice. And I think that was a missed opportunity. I don't know why Dimension brought... I love Super Cop. That's one of the requests I'll get to it. But I don't get why they didn't do Police Story. And then they could do Police Story 2. Then they do Police Story 3, Super Cop. And then Police Story 4, which was Jackie Chan's first strike. Why did they go to the third movie and not Police Story? You would think with the... Maybe because it... To be fair, it does look like an 80s film. To me, in a good way. But maybe they'd be like, well, Jackie looks younger. People just saw him in the Bronx. Maybe they'd be like, well, wait a minute. We saw him in the Bronx. Why does he look younger? And this is like an 80s movie. This is an 80s movie. So they'd be like, nah, let's bring... let's do Super Cop. But it was a missed opportunity because I would love to have had Jackie do the dubbing. It's just weird. I'm watching the film and I'm not hearing Jackie. I'm hearing someone else. And I'm so used to Jackie Chan's voice. And people are like, well, why don't you watch the subtitle version? Even though a lot of the subtitle versions is not Jackie's voice. That's the thing. Back then, even the subtitles, that's still not Jackie's voice. Maybe I'm wrong, but sometimes it doesn't sound like him. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm wrong on that front, but to be fair, this time I watched the dubbed version because I couldn't find the version with the subtitles, so I watched the dubbed version. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Put that blame on me. But did Jackie Chan do the subtitle version? Like, is that his actual voice? Because it seems like sometimes I've seen subtitle versions of Jackie Chan films that's like, that doesn't sound like him either. But I know it's superficial, but I wish it was Jackie Chan's actual fucking voice. To me, that is a part of it. That is an essential part of it. And so that does take a bit of the fun out of it when, oh, Jackie Chan's talking, but that's not Jackie's voice, is it? I can't help it. There's some humor that still works when he's trying to deal with the phones, or he has these pencils as chopsticks and he accidentally eats the erasers. And it's like, pff, pff, pff. I like that. I like that by the end of the film he gets super pissed, and it was interesting to see Jackie Chan super pissed because you always look at him as, smiling and laughing and or scared, but him to be super pissed, like with the bad guy, da, 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 da. That was really cool and refreshing to see. And you can tell Jackie with the direction, and you watch the end credits and the outtakes and the danger that was involved, despite little nitpicks I have here and there where this is one weird thing, watch it again, where they need this witness. So Jackie gets his buddy to pretend to be a burglar and threaten the witness with a fucking knife. I forget if it was a fake knife, but with a knife to scare her into being a witness. And so his buddy, who's another cop, has a mask on and struggling with her and throwing her down to scare her. It's a bit fucked up when you think about it for about 2 seconds. It's a bit fucked up. Like, wow, okay, I get your idea, but you're still having another cop throw around and threaten a girl with a fucking knife to scare her into being a witness. It's a bit fucked up. But, I mean, some of these movies you watch again, Jackie will just bitch slap a woman. Bitch slap a woman. They didn't give a fuck. That shit won't fly today. But yeah, Police Story, I don't say all, but that's not true. I like the first 4 Police Stories. From here to Jackie Chan's first strike. After that, I don't like new Police Story. Police Story Lockdown was Jackie trying to do like more MMA grapple moves. It didn't work for me. Didn't work for me, dog. You're the man now, dog. No, not that movie. But the first 4 police stories, I enjoy them. I mean, sorry I blanked out there. Because I was trying to think, like, what's my favorite Jackie Chan film? Sometimes I said Rumble in the Bronx, because that was the first one I saw. I really liked Operation Condor. I liked the first 2 Rushers. This, Super Cop, First Strike. I mean, a lot of these are up there. I like Mr. Nice Guy, which I don't know if that has... I think that has a Blu-ray, but it's like overseas, I think? No... I think something came... I think there was another Blu-ray that came out for that one company. I just remember that. I have to pick that up sometime. I really do like Mr. Nice Guy. And I think it has the extended cut as well. I hope it has both cuts, because... Anyway. Police Story, classic Jackie Chan film. Like I said, I don't care for the love story aspect, and... I think the story is the lesser points of these movies. It's more the spectacle, the action, the stunts, the danger. Especially that shopping mall finale is one of the best things Jackie Chan has done to this day. If you want to talk about a finale, variety of sequences, the glass, the danger, easily one of the best things he's done. And like I said, this is a movie that many films were influenced by. And it made sense. Excellent choreography, shitload of glass, and one good time. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.